Hello everyone and welcome to the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. We are smashing it these Christmas holidays and I love it. So the breaking news, Joshua says it's on. I want Fury next. Fury saying I want Joshua next. Let's make it happen. Hearn confirms they're in talks. Arum and Warren have gone a little bit quiet though, but listen, I'm sure it's going to be made. The amount of money is insane for both fighters, but the only thing that's going to beat this fight is obviously COVID, because there's no way this is going to happen with 1,000 people or behind closed doors. I also want to see Fury have a warm-up fight. That's one thing. I don't want him having a year. By the time he fights Joshua, most likely in Dubai or Wembley Stadium, it's going to be in the summer when COVID has got a handle on things. We've got a handle on things regarding COVID. So I don't want him going 18 months without fighting. He needs a warm-up fight, so that's something as well. But I reckon June, July, or even August will be perfect. It's got to happen 2021. Another fight that's got to happen. We referred to this in the last podcast. Is Errol Spence. They've got to swallow their egos. They've got to try and agree on 50-50. Absolute minimum. Because Spence holds more belts, 60-40. But it looks like Crawford's going nowhere if it's 60-40. So swallow your pride. Make a career high payday for both of you. Do you want legacy? Do you want to be great? Get it done, 50-50. Joshua Fury, a 50-50 down the middle. Spence Crawford should be 50-50. So exciting news there. Just want to touch upon as well, Mayweather, Logan Paul. It's a joke fight, we know that, but what's not a joke is the amount of money they're going to be making, the pay-per-views they're going to be making. Obviously, for a lot of boxing fans, they're probably not going to watch. It's going to be a joke fight, but the casuals and, non-boxing fans, the teenage audience who, obsessed with these YouTubers like Logan Paul and Instagrammers, they're going to watch, aren't they? So they're going to get millions and millions of views, millions of buys, and they're going to thank you very much. I've taken your money. And obviously Mayweather, it's up to him. He could knock him out in the first round. He could play with him for 12 rounds, couldn't he? If it's 10 rounds, I don't really know. Don't really care. But obviously it's an exhibition. It'll be a bit of a joke fight. Maybe Mayweather wants to get even, because I know Logan's Paul brother knocked out the basketball player Nate, who's got close links with Mayweather, so maybe he goes in there and starks him first round, which he could easily do. Or maybe he does a bit like a McGregor, gets his money's worth and just toys with him, stops him late on, or just gives him a light-hearted beat down for 10 rounds. But that's a joke fight. But more importantly, finally, another big news is Martin Murray's retired today. Legend of British boxing, really, really unlucky not to get 2 decisions in his prime against Martinez, who was in his prime at the time. Brilliant performance. And against Felix Sturm, very unlucky. Fought these fighters in their own backyard, and unfortunately didn't get the decision because of it. Obviously, when he fought Triple G was in his prime. No disgrace there, losing in 11, and he was past it, obviously, when he fought Groves. And Groves was a much better version than the Groves that lost to Callum Smith. So tough for Martin Murray, and obviously fighting Billy Joe, well past his prime last month. No disgrace in that either. So listen, credit to Martin Murray, fantastic career. He can bow out. He's made decent money, not life-changing money, but decent money. He's got a respectful name. He can go and teach, coach, and hopefully do some punditry. So good luck to him. Finally, one person I think I'd like to see retire now is Kell Brook. His former trainer, Dominic Ingles, come out and said, unless he's fighting Khan, retire. That's what I want to see as well. I don't see Brook now coming back. That was a bad knockout, wasn't it? I mean, he had one good round against Crawford, but then Crawford adapted, adjusted, and knocked him out. But that's a worrying sign, because in years gone by, Brooks took punches off Golovkin, he took punches off Spence, he's took punches off some big hitters in his day, Sean Porter, but he just didn't set a punch coming, which tells me his reflexes, his punch resistance is slowing up. He's struggling to make that weight, isn't he? I think that was a big thing as well. He looked a little bit weight drained. Don't get me wrong, he looked, in great shape with the flexing the muscles, but you could see he looks a bit gaunt. It's getting tougher and tougher for him, but I don't think he's going to do anything at light middleweight. That's the problem now. He's not going to beat the Charlos of this world. So let's fight Khan. I still believe, even after all this time, even though they're both way past their prime, even though they've both been beaten by Crawford and their stock has lowered dramatically, I still think that's a money fight. You could get that Sheffield Arena. It's not Wembley fight anymore. Obviously, they're both way out the world title picture now, but it's still a Sheffield Arena. It's still even possibly promoted right an O2 Arena, Wembley Arena fight. You know, and you know, I don't know if it's pay-per-view. It's not pay-per-view in quality anymore, but just the sheer hype and the want and the demand. It might be, if you get a strong undercard, make it happen, go out with a bang. I think Brook's still got more left than Khan's got. I think Brook knocks him out around the mid 5-6 round mark. It had been a fantastic fight in their prime. I would have favoured Khan in their primes. I think Khan was lightning quick with sublime superior boxing skills, but we're talking, 10-9 years ago now. Now I think Brook catches him. I think Khan slowed up dramatically. Brook has slowed up, but not more than Khan. Let's get it made, and then both retire with a serious amount of money in the bank because of it. And then, they're both British boxing legends. Good luck to them. They've had great careers, and then they can ride off into the sunset. Alright guys, that's the latest news. Let's get this Joshua Fury fight on once and for all. I keep saying Fury's going to do him as long as he doesn't get hit by that uppercut. The Joshua uppercut is a ferocious weapon. If he can avoid that, then he plays with Joshua all night long. But let's get this fight made. Let's get Spence Crawford made. Let's make it a big 2021. Alright guys, I'm out. I'll see you real soon.